I'm so excited for
Hello,
SmackDown next week.
everyone, and welcome to yet another edition of Suplexes and Shea Butter. You can't get rid of these black bitches. Uh, Meet Tonya, Claudia, or Cece, and Tyler, Ty,
Let's have.
or Chocolate Ty if you nasty. Um,
Hey, don't
cause
bring
you
up
a
that,
Janet Jackson fan now.
huh?
Cause you a Janet Jackson fan.
I sure the fuck am.
So,
All day, every day,
we
committed
back
to
in this
life.
B's night, and we're going to be talking about the superstar shakeup, and of course, we're gonna talk about current events. What's going on Twitter right now is Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch
It's,
doing
it's
fifth
crazy.
grade clapbacks at
So
everybody.
basically, let me do the setup.
All
Becky
right.
basically has been going around trolling uh the three women that she's possibly potentially going to be feuding with coming up: Bailey, Ember Moon, and
Lacey
Lacey
Evans.
Evans. And Lacey's blocked, so I don't know. They say she dragged, but I'm just setting it up. Uh, and giving my quick opinion. All Becky's tweets been trash, and at this point, I feel like she could cut this out. That was the tweeting and the trolling was from what was coming from a character who was pissed off and didn't get her due. She got two belts. She is looking like a troll and a bully, and you supposed to be the face. But y'all go
Exactly.
ahead and tell me what you think about it. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I.
For those who,
Oh my God. Okay,
sorry,
look.
I was gonna read the tweet so that we know. I was gonna read the tweet for those who don't know, so
Okay,
they can know
she.
what tweet it was.
Okay, I understand. And for the people that keep comparing her to Steve Austin, please fucking stop. Stop. Even Steve Austin wouldn't do this bullshit. He more like an on-site character. The fuck? You if I got two belts and I'm running the women's division, I'm not going around asking people to fight me or be trolling this shit.
Exactly.
That shit is
What is
beneath
that?
me. That's beneath me. You want to fight me. I shouldn't have to go around asking nobody to challenge me. The fuck? I got two fucking belts. I'm big dog, big nuts, goddamn it. I'm the one y'all should be trying to climb to get to. Well, look what the fuck I look like going around trolling people and asking for fights. And I understand a lot of people don't like Lacey Evans. I'm trying to try this out, even though it could be hard sometimes to leave politics, my beliefs and shit out of it and shit. Cause
Same.
I found out the Undertaker was Team MAGA. That hurt my heart a little bit. But I'm willing to do this with Lacey because it's like
You
her
can't enjoy the show
clapbacks.
if you start cutting out.
Her clapbacks are okay. They're not bad like people trying to make it seem. They're trying to make it seem like it's bad because it's Becky, just like they trying to do with Amber. Amber, you can tell, and I'm down with somebody like that who ain't the one to like ain't the type of person to go back and forth with somebody on Twitter. Some people just ain't like that. Somebody just rather get you when they see you. You know what I'm saying? You have some
Yeah.
people who are capable of doing both. But at the same time, it's not a bad thing if you ain't the type of person to clap back. It's like I'd rather say what the fuck I'm gonna say to your face, or if I don't feel like doing that, I'm just gonna punch your fucking lights out. Bust your jaw
Yeah.
loose. So Lacey Evans, based on what I seen her wrestling shit, she got the capability to do both. So, and Tanya was right. You are the women's champion. You have two belts. Why the fuck you going around trolling people and all that? Your shit lame as fuck. Like the shit you
Bruh.
tweet lame as fuck.
And it be taking her 2 days to say something lame.
I literally asked the question. She said that's how hard I'm gonna hit you, Amber. Your Alessa's gonna get injured again. She said, I'm gonna hit you that hard, Alessa will go out injured again. I said, so you are gonna hit Ember so hard that Ember's injury would translate to Alexa being injured. I'm like, what type of bullshit is this? I said, y'all constantly I said, y'all don't see this bullshit with these damn Becky fans or fans in general trying to play on this fucking bet. I said, y'all can be fans of her. That's fine. But ain't no way I'm letting y'all get away with y'all trying to gas this shit up like this is the most greatest clapbacks that she's giving because it's bullshit. She don't even need to do this shit no more.
Listen, let me tell you, when Becky first came out and she was giving her A material, I was killing her on her retweets. Nothing, nobody. I was killing this bitch. So I love Becky to death. I got a lot of mutuals, a lot of them that love Becky, and that's why. And because she is best friends with Charlotte, and I stay in Charlotte. Y'all know I take it. Y'all know how I am. I could have been one of them tweets. I could have been cut her ass down and got plenty of likes and retweets. But the thing is, I don't want nobody to unfollow me or mute me or block me over somebody I really don't care about. But I've always thought her Twitter game is trash. I was like, it's shit. Let me be a wrestler. I'd be on Stone Cold level for real. With these clapbacks, it's weak. They weak as fuck. They are.
They're weak. I said, I've been
they are.
Motherfuckers try to come at me for that shit. I said, I'm being 100. I said, you know how many motherfuckers I roasted to the point where they had to fucking block me? My shit better than hers. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I said, so much shit I could call Becky. It don't make no motherfucking sense. I said, don't. I said, I'm trying to be respectful to Becky fans. I said, mutuals that know me know I don't give two shits about fucking Becky. I give her credit and shit. Y'all have fun with this shit, but at the same time, don't gas her up. Y'all starting to overrate her. I already gonna give a shit about her fucking matches. Her matches don't do shit for me. I said, but y'all gassing this shit up, and it's really trash. I said, y'all know
like all I would do is, and the thing is, she's coming on other people. That's the thing. She coming on other people tweets with this shit, right? And that's the thing. And I would be like, bitch, don't you have 2 belts? Don't you have an appearance? Why aren't you booked and busy? Why are you on Twitter? Leave me alone. And then I would block her. I was a WWE wrestler. I would get her one clap back. She would not be all on my timeline because aren't you booked and busy? What a shame. And I would subtweet the motherfucking shit out of her.
And look, I said, I'm like,
boom, I've won. I'm done.
I said, little old me just came back from injury, trying to get back in the title picture, trying to fight my way up to the top, and you worried about me? I'm flattered. I'm very flattered. I said, because if Charlotte had 2 belts, she would not be giving a fuck with anybody saying.
It's a way you do things, and I just don't see how you being Becky 2 belts and you're all in other people's mentions like a troll is like. And I don't know how that's translating, but whatever.
Becky 2 belts is a whack ass slogan. She need to come up with something else.
Right. She got that from somebody else.
I just have to interject as the only Becky fan on this podcast. Obviously,
no, Tonya, a Becky fan.
I am a Becky fan. Yeah, I am.
Whew, that was
you ain't the only one.
Just because I think her Twitter game trash don't mean I'm not a fan of her.
Yeah.
Fair. See,
I ain't a fan of
with it.
Shit.
I thought
it come at me. I don't give a fuck.
It was fun and different in the beginning, right? Because no one was. Although Naomi claps back when she's fed up with y'all. She doesn't clap back on a regular. Yeah. And Becky was just, in the beginning was just, I'll slap you too. I'll slap you too. And it's like, oh, she gonna slap you. Like it was fun. I think the problem is with this recent little bit of Twitter game, for one, it's been taking her days to come back. And when it's taking you days, it's no longer immediate. And it's no longer like, you really got to come with heat if you're going to take 2 days. And 1 and 2, a lot of the girls, I feel like, are just like over it. Like it was something that you were like, where all the girls were getting caught off guard for before in the beginning, So it was like they were just getting punked and like not sure what to do with it because they were just like it was happening and they're like, oh my gosh, and everybody's just gassing it. But nowadays everybody's ready for Becky, so they're like, Lacey Evans is a newcomer and she didn't even take 2 minutes and was like, okay, that first bless your heart took me down because that's just so rude. That she said, bless your heart, and then said, it took you 2 days to do this.
Hey, you saw what she said about that fan. It's a fan that's a fan.
Yes.
She had the hat, but she had the lip piercing in her mouth. And Lacey was like, Lord, is that a fish line hook in your mouth?
I'm not mad at it.
I was
I'm
like,
not mad.
damn, Lacey Evans would even drag her damn fans. She'll
I
give a
know,
fuck.
girl, trying to support you. That's
She's like, what the
funny.
fuck is that in your damn mouth?
But you know, I think Becky, I think the whole thing with Ember, I'm not gonna roll on Ember's tweets being whack. I'm like Ember was. I thought Ember was fire because
Ember
her
should be
energy.
Ember
Huh?
should be doing dungeon and dragon tweets and cryptic shit. She
Yeah.
shouldn't be sassy and doing clapbacks. That's
Yeah.
not. She's not that girl.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
And
But
that-
here's my thing:
and that's
because
why I
Ember
didn't
wasn't doing
understand.
like. I don't think she was particularly doing sassy comeback. She was giving
Me
me that
neither.
whole noble thing of like, I'll knock you down a peg and I'm ready to fight. You know, like it just felt very organic to how Ember would respond. I've
I
seen
know,
her
but I'm
down,
saying
down,
with people
and I've
that were
seen how she
people that were
dances.
trying
People
to
were
clown her
criticizing. People were
and
trying to
saying
criticize
that
her.
they're giving her an L, but she's not that clapback sassy girl. So why would you expect her tweets to be that way?
Exactly.
Because
That's my thing. Where I'm like, I don't think her tweets were bad. They just, you know, that's just how Ember is. I do know that Ember has them hands. I 100% believe Ember will drag Becky on the floor if they got like we're talking like real life. They were at a bar and they got into it. Ember would mop a bar and wipe down every single stool.
Listen, that goes on. It's very few women on that roster in a real fight who probably wouldn't beat Becky up. Let's keep it real.
Yeah. That's
And I
why
said-
it's getting
'cause
funnier
I
and
said in the
funnier
tweet, I
that
saw
Becky's
people-
talking all this trash.
I saw people trying to criticize Becky's. I mean, not Becky's tweet, but Ember's tweet. I'm like, and that's what prompted me to put out to her. Look, every wrestler. You have some wrestlers that like to talk shit on Twitter. You have some who rather beat your ass when they see you. I said I'm not surprised that Ember is that type. She probably that type of girl who would rather just kick your ass when she see you. She ain't with all that talking shit.
Pretty much.
I said ain't nothing wrong with that either. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that. For all we know, Ember could probably kick her fucking ass.
For all we know, I think we all know.
And the thing
I don't
is,
think anybody's looking at Becky in a fight. Is Becky scrappy? Do I think Becky will, give you some energy in a fight? Yeah, but I think Becky will get slapped twice and be one of the people talking the loudest and getting punked in a fight. You know what I'm saying? I think Ember's that girl who's real quiet, who'll sit there and be like, "You need to leave me alone. Let me play my video game and mind my business." And when she finally snaps, it's over. You getting mocked.
And I feel like even though it's a work,
mollywopped.
And even though I feel like it's a work between the girls, I feel like it's a blurred line of them actually getting sick of the bullshit too.
No, I 100%. That's what I'm saying. I think in the beginning
bullshit.
it was funny and it was different for Becky, and it was like, oh, okay, and the girls weren't ready for it. But I think they're ready for it now. I don't think they're shocked or surprised or anything by what's happening. So I think, again, Becky, it's one of those things. This is what I from the very beginning, I was just like, I'm not mad at her rise, and I'm like, I'm not against it. I'm just curious as to how long it lasts. Yeah, and this is exactly what I'm saying. It's, you got to the top, but how can you stay? Because Becky changed the game on this, right? Becky made it cool to clap back on Twitter. Now that Becky's making it cool to clap back on Twitter, all the girls are doing it. So that's been my problem with Becky ever from jump. Becky is good when no one else is like up to the occasion. And then once everyone's like on the same page with her, she fades out. She's not as interesting or fun. You know what I'm saying?
Like that. I think that's why I want Naomi to, if she ever does get the opportunity to.
Wait a minute. Wait. No, ma'am.
Why?
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what Claudia just said. No, we can't just move past. No, because you said a lot, and I think we need to. What you just said. When you said, when there's nobody else to rise to the occasion, Becky stands out. But once other people start coming up to that same standard, she fades out. In your opinion?
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm trying to word this. So you think when she got her push, she was doing great, and then people were like, "Oh, I see what time it is." They responded accordingly, and you became more interested in the other women.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
And I think that's the same thing that's happened with her initial title run. You know what I'm saying? Like she comes in with this fire. She does give you that straight fire. And then, it's like it takes a moment and everybody's like caught off guard because I get it. Like I think she catches everyone off guard with how compelling she is. There is a level of compellingness about her, right? But I've seen it happen kind of time and time again where it's like she has this support behind her, she has this attention on her, and then everyone else is like, because like everyone does it once they see you. I look at even little things like when people with Roman would be really swaggy in the ring. That was used to be my one thing I couldn't stand about him. I'm gonna be real with you. Roman used to like take too long between moves to like prostrate to the crowd, and I would hate that because I'd be like, this is so awkward and mistimed. Like you're in a match, like focus on your opponent. You know what I mean? And then I started seeing everyone doing it because they saw how the reaction Roman would get from when he would do that, because people would really start to get pissed that he would saunter around the ring, or you know what I mean, before he did his spear. And so it's one of those things where I see with Becky, every time she gets something or like she figures out a way to stand out, whether it be Twitter, whether it be, how she talks in the ring, because, how she walks. If she finds something that makes her stand out, everyone will just start doing it. And then she's usually the worst one out of the bunch when it's all said and done. Like, there's a reason she's gotten surpassed by Charlotte so many times. There's a reason why she's gotten to the top and then been taken away so many times.
Damn. See?
Okay, all right.
But I am a Becky fan.
That so okay.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now, for the people that's watching, we may be fans of certain phase, but we gonna be honest as fuck too.
Yes.
Okay, so that's that with Becky.
That's that.
I want to talk about, since we are on the women, we could just go ahead and talk about the rosters, the major roster happenings and switches that happened. Naomi went to Raw. Who else went to Raw from SmackDown? I think Naomi the only woman to jump.
I think
because
so.
I know Liv Morgan went to SmackDown. Mickey James with the SmackDown. They called Kairi Sane up, and she's a tag team with Asuka now. Paige is
Which was a
managing
great
her.
idea.
Let me look.
It is, because they both need someone to speak for them, and who better than Paige, who is still over as like the aesthetic of those three beautiful women. Once they get on the same page, it's going to be amazing. And it might be really huge and big. I'm excited.
I love it.
It was a great way to it was also a great way to introduce her to the mainstream roster as well, by tagging her with Asuka and then having Paige. So
yeah,
I like the way SmackDown debuted their talents from Raw.
I thought that
women's
segment was a mess. I thought it was disorganized.
The what?
I thought the women's segment, this not Charlotte and Carmella's part. I thought the second one was a mess.
Oh, you talking about with Bailey and
all of them? Yes. Oh, yeah. We didn't talk about. We got to touch on Bailey and Ember also jumped.
Yeah.
Now for the
So I'm looking at the Raw shakeup. The only women that went to Raw, Lacey Evans actually stays on Raw now. Naomi went to Raw, and Zelina Vega.
Zelina Vega, okay. And Zelina really went to be with her husband and the guy she managed.
Yeah. Under that.
Because if both of them, if they were on SmackDown, she'd still be on SmackDown too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Naomi.
They don't split up marriages, but relationships. Someone said they split up Andrade and Charlotte because they didn't want Charlotte to get pregnant.
But you know what? You know what? This the second time one of Triple H girls was dating a Latino, and then when it was time to put them on a roster, they on different brands. It's the second one.
But Paige separated.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, the second time.
I don't think it's the Latino. I think they don't want Charlotte getting accidentally pregnant right now
Okay, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
because they cannot deal with Charlotte being out for 9 months.
Yes,
No, for a year.
if Charlotte was on Raw, they couldn't. Charlotte don't even like they proved it. Charlotte don't even really need to be on SmackDown. That's the only thing I question. She's pretty much done all there is to do, and I feel like there's enough talent and enough names there, and
Yeah.
enough buzz there, especially with Paige involved in the division, even if it's tag team, because Paige is a great mouthpiece, a great seller, and gets people interested overall in
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, I feel like Charlotte probably should have went to Raw.
I think I'm indifferent to whichever brand Charlotte would go to because I feel like she has been at the forefront for so long that like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I don't because I feel like they put enough new girls on SmackDown that I'm not annoyed by her staying. But I don't know. I just think she was going to be at the forefront regardless. So I don't think it would have affected how much we got to see of Charlotte and what opportunity she was going to get. You know what I mean?
But that Bailey segment, I be feeling so bad for Bailey sometimes. I be like, what the fuck?
Okay. No, let's
she knows
talk
what she
about
gotta do.
okay. Let's digest it. Let's break it down because Sasha is involved in this, and I was going off about my boo. She ain't here to defend herself, so the crew shall do it. So when Bailey came, this is my whole assessment of that. People wanted Sasha Banks on SmackDown Live.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I think that crowd, two things that they wanted, which is the second one's kind of odd. We're gonna talk about it later. But two things that crowd really wanted to see was Sasha Banks and Roman Reigns on their show.
Yeah.
That's how it
Yeah.
felt to me.
Yeah.
When I watched that show. So when you hear the shit that's going on with Sasha, no matter how you feel about her, and then you like they still advertising her to jump online so she could possibly be at this show, you at this show. This is the women's segment, and then they play Bailey's music, and she come out, and then the language that they speak is obvious that Sasha's not going to be there. They were upset Sasha wasn't there, but I also think this really shows that all the love that Bailey was so-called getting since this tag team formed was not Bailey's love. It was Sasha's love. That was all Sasha. She was carrying the whole team.
So basically what you're saying, Bailey's so-called fan reaction wasn't genuine at all.
Not with the Boss of Her connection. That was mostly for Sasha. I think WWE mishandled her from the beginning. They presented her as infantile. They had her say she wasn't there to hurt people. They embarrassed her with Alexa Bliss, like, and then they left her to the trash. And so I was telling people when they were going crazy about Bailey when she was in NXT, I told all of her fans. They were like, Bailey gonna be this, and she's selling merch. She gonna come up. She gonna be the female John Cena. I said, no, listen. I said, y'all.
I remember hearing that. Yeah,
y'all are lucky if she becomes the female Roman Reigns. Lucky. And I said, and the thing about it is, cause I see how I said Bailey ain't got no presence, absolutely none, to stand before all these people and take that heat and take that criticism when she fall and fumble and mess up like Roman did. I compared her to Roman. People got so upset with me, but I said he had a problem speaking in front of the crowds, and he nutted up and he got over that shit.
Yeah,
and people saw that shit didn't affect him. So crowds know if you are not for Bailey, she will buckle. If they are not kissing the crack of Bailey's ass, she don't know how to handle it. And she don't even know how to handle crowds that are kissing the crack of her ass. Because it was that one time in London when they were going crazy and everybody was in the ring. Bailey just standing. Sasha was the one who had to say something to get the crowd to shut the fuck up and move on. So I saw all this shit.
Yeah.
This shit that happened to Bailey is a culmination of all of this mismanagement, her
Yeah.
not being able to stand on her own because they crushed the
Yeah.
fuck out of her in NXT.
And I
They,
ain't gonna lie, that
Well, no,
that
I think
Alexa
the
feud,
problem was with
that Alexa feud to me, her feud with Alexa
they buried her.
is the straw that broke the camel's back to me.
They
And
buried
then
her.
they did the shit
yeah.
again after she lost the fucking tag titles. And so it's like, and she kind of did buckle again when they booed her in fucking Canada. So I'm like,
Yes.
man, I was like, wow, wow.
But you see, Bailey, here's the thing. Part of the Bailey's organic rise in NXT was that they gave us enough time to fall in love. They gave them enough time to fall in love with Bailey because I heard a lot about her, a lot of positive things. So I
Right.
was excited to see her when she got to the main roster.
Yes.
One of the problems with that also was that Billy didn't have that Izzy to bounce off of. Because I think a lot of people really appreciated what they saw because of how much that little Izzy girl was like obsessed with Bailey and was at every show and was like, you know what I mean? That was such an instrumental part of her character because it was like a visual representation of what Billy stands
So you
for and
telling
who
me that
Billy
was a works
represents.
relationship? It couldn't be, not from Triple H.
But you know, I can't. It's just one of those things that I'm here for the shirt.
Fuck
NW.
Hogan though. Shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Fuck the NWO is Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, always and forever. Fuck that.
Yep. Fuck
He
Hogan.
wrote
Racist
coattail
ass. When
Yeah.
I
straight to
wear this, when I wear
that
this shirt,
Yep.
whole run.
I make sure
He
people know
he
it's Scott
sucked and
Hall
was
and Kevin
terrible
fucking
and held
Nash.
people down that whole run. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked without Hogan, but all he was the name. NWO was my two babies.
When I wear
Okay,
this, when I wear this Scott Hall and Kevin Nash bitches.
back to the problem with Bailey. I
Yeah, Bailey.
She got to get confident.
Sorry, I don't know if it's even like I agree confidence, but I also think that Bailey needs to realign what she's like. Her character needs to realign what she's here for because the kids that followed her have grown up. Izzy is not the same little girl anymore. The other day, I remember seeing a picture a while later after Bailey had been called up and Izzy was wearing like Finn Balor merch. And everybody was like, oh my God, Izzy's changed. You know what I mean? And it was like a whole other thing. So I feel like that, Bailey needs to realign her purpose on the roster on like for us. Because now she's talking about being the change. And it's like change of what? And mind you, she's not bad at what she does because she really lifted a heavy load when Sasha was injured and just kind of covering for that so that they can continue with the tag titles like they planned. You know what I mean? So Bailey had, because I remember that match she had with Ronda, and I was like, I forgot how good Bailey is making these inexperienced girls look competent. She's really good at that. So I feel like Bailey has a great upside, but she just needs to. I think she just needs to revamp and rebrand. We don't care about the huggers and the buddies and all those. Like, just figure something
She
else
she
out,
needs
or
she needs
retool it a bit.
she needs to find her inner voice as a wrestler on the main roster. She hasn't yet.
Yeah,
I
She
mean,
speaks too softly.
when Roman like, cause you compared her to Roman in that aspect, and what Roman did was instead of like, even though he didn't vocally let it be known when he was getting booed like that in the beginning of his career, at least he quietly embraced it, and you can see the change of him fighting back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
exactly.
fighting back
we
with,
didn't see a change in Bailey at
He
all.
adapted to the environment,
yeah,
and he didn't knuckle up and
Yeah,
get scared. And Bailey seems like anytime anything happens, she's like,
this
"Oh, please, I'm so fragile. Don't hurt me."
yeah, man.
And and
You
and,
gotta.
and wrestling fans
exactly
will eat you
Bailey.
like lunch when they see that in you.
When they see it
Like
bothers
Bailey
you, they're gonna
has
keep
not
doing it.
changed, or
They're gonna
yeah,
keep doing it.
I haven't seen Bailey grow at all since she's been on the main roster. At no point can I say she has gotten better at handling this. She is just as frightened as she was when the first time it happened.
I mean, it's like quietly just embrace that shit. Like, if you like Do it in your promos, your matches, your mannerisms. Like that's what I appreciate
Yeah.
about Roman. It's like even though he ain't vocally let it be known, but I'm sure if he was given a chance, he would. It definitely lit a fire under him to become what he is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you may boo me, but at the end of the day, you gonna respect me and what I bring to the motherfucking product to this business. You know what I'm saying?
I,
So
Yeah.
it's sad to say for me, but like Bailey is gonna have to like she gonna have to figure something out real soon because it don't look like her life support coming back to help her, and that's
Ooh,
good.
valid.
She need to put on her big girl panties. She been on the main roster for a while now. This shit is ridiculous, honestly. What I saw from that crowd,
Yeah.
and you can see it in her face when they booed her. It was
pressure
like,
Yeah.
makes diamonds.
girl, you still here? Do you still here? And fuck these folks, you got a job to do.
Yeah, pressure makes diamonds.
And when people say her and
Yeah.
Sasha show the boo boo face, um, I don't know what pictures they be looking at because all at WrestleMania, if I didn't know none of this shit was going on, I couldn't have been able to tell nothing was going on with them. Like I don't know
Yeah,
what I don't who these body language experts are,
yeah.
but like cut that shit out
I'm
and
t-
like
I'm just sick of these journalists, man, because it's like all these fucking narratives ain't nothing for these ain't nothing but
all they're
narratives for these
doing
ain't nothing but for these
feeding material for these people
it's
when
nothing
we
but
say anything about Sasha for them to come in our mentions with this book. She's a crybaby. She giving up. The same shit you praising Luke Harper and Ty Dillinger for. You putting her down. She won a
Yeah.
title. She okay. Well, what about Pac? Neville. He was a cruiserweight champion. He controlled the division for a whole fucking year and you still supported him because he wanted more out of what they were giving him. And that's his career to decide that, not yours. It don't matter. It don't matter. Anybody in that company, if they not satisfied, they have the right to say so and not come to work. They independent contractors.
my whole
A
thing
hundred
with
percent. The WWE can make them travel for weeks on end. There's been times I've seen some of them say their schedule was like they won't be home for 30 days consecutively. You know what I
Right.
mean? So when you get to an elite level, you really do have like no back, like no choice,
It's
kind of,
beautiful
to do it if you
that
want to do it.
Sasha got this leverage to where they're talking like, oh, WWE hopes she'll be back by Money in the Bank. I hope she take them for all she can. Fuck them motherfuckers. I hope she get whatever she want. If she want to leave, I'm gonna support her. If she don't, I'm still gonna support her. It's like it's icky. It's such a icky undertone on a lot of this shit. It's a under like a strong undercurrent of racism in the wrestling fandom. And these white motherfuckers want to throw the rock and hide their hand like they don't know what the fuck we talking about. We fucking see y'all.
my thing,
Yeah.
my whole entire
I'm
thing with this.
sorry. I gotta throw my jokes in.
That's all right. My whole entire thing with this is like people bring up her title reigns and shit. I'm like, all them accomplishments don't mean shit if you ain't presented to the crowd how you want to be presented. Now, I said presentation means everything. I said at the end of the day, yeah, you got all these titles shit, but what wrestlers care about? Their booking. Just like we get pissed off at Roman's booking, it's because I said I think most of us wouldn't have complained about the shit that we try to complain about if Roman, Sasha, whoever was presented how we feel they are supposed to be presented to the crowd.
But it's not even why we feel how we feel.
Or how
It
they supposed to be presented to the crowd. It's like
exactly like it's what
she
they've
feels
shown us that
like
they're worthy of.
it's like you feel she
It's
feel
the
like
same
y'all
reason
making
we were
her
salty.
she feel like y'all making her look like a fucking chump. Ain't no way. I
And
ain't
she's
no I
not.
can't
She's a
it's like
backbone of that division.
it's like I can't call myself the greatest wrestler on the roster and I can't defend my fucking belts. And then
Exactly.
you have
Exactly.
and then you have me go on Raw and get fucking buried by Alexa Bliss, or you make or because I didn't come. Thank God she didn't come
Alexa Bliss,
because
who cannot lay Sasha's motherfucking boots.
you
Okay,
have.
just keep it moving. I'm sorry, just had to
It's all
say
right. You have like, and I'm pretty sure in Sasha's mind, she probably think, thank God I ain't show up to Raw because what you did to Bailey, you probably would have had me done too. Except it would have been both of us in that fucking ring. So no, like, oh my God. You
It's
should
one
hate to
of those
see it.
things that Sasha's a fucking star. Sasha's been putting on clinics. Everyone's best match has been with Sasha. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a common denominator in a lot of the most amazing matches that we have gotten over the years. You know, with the women's evolution.
And the thing is, and the crazy thing
and
is,
they
she can
know
talk,
that.
and she can talk, she can sell, she can good submission wrestler if she wanted to be. Like, it's like you got all of this stuff and you present her like that, and it's like, and I feel like she don't have to be a heel to fucking be what the fuck we seeing her. Like, when she get it's been certain times where she'll be petty in a segment and talk her shit or whatever, and we believe it sometimes. So it's like, but when you present her in a way that make her look like a fucking puss, it's like, can you really blame her? Like, and people keep bringing up the titles and shit. I'm like, it's obvious we don't care about that shit because it don't mean shit if she fucking losing this shit in 3 days or 26 days or in a fucking
Exactly.
month. It don't mean shit because y'all use that against her any fucking way. So why y'all bringing up her titles?
Exactly. You be the first one's like, yeah, she can't defend the title. She's trash. And the same one, how dare she complain? She has titles.
And
What
my problem with these journalists is, like, it's clear some of them have agendas and narratives ready to be typed out when it's against wrestlers that is that turns out to be better than what they give them credit for. And it's not, and it's for people that love to listen to their negative bullshit so they can use it against people who actually give them credit. I can't stand that shit. And I'm like, y'all still listen to Ryan Satin?
I can't. It's, you know, I just think it's frustrating to me as a fan because I just like to see Sasha be good at wrestling and be great at wrestling and be a star. And I feel like I keep getting robbed of that opportunity to just see her be a star. And like with Bailey and her feud, how many times have they heated it up and then cooled it down?
That made me so mad. Oh my God.
It's like they literally chose to leave money on the table. And I'm frustrated by it.
I said that could be another women's WrestleMania match right there. And they just
Sasha and Bailey literally is the two women who proved that they could perform at the same level as the men, who made a whole bunch of women say, you know what, this might be a viable career, and start training and take over their match. They are the ones who did that. And all these other women eating off of them.
Yeah.
And you think they should just sit there and take the scraps when they are the ones putting in all the fucking hard work? If you don't sit your country fucking asses down. I can't stand these fucking fans. I swear.
We fed up.
I'm fed up, and I'm fed up with these motherfuckers who supplying them the narrative or the so-called receipts. And I'm fed up with these fucking complacent ass bitches in the roster who like to pull stunts, but we ain't gonna get into that. We ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah, we gonna let.
But I know if some shit came up on my social media, I would have been put out like a statement about it.
Yeah, same.
And not just put memes and emojis on my social media.
Yeah, she did a laughing emoji.
But it'd be funny
not even that,
if if you get pulled off TV and your contract get frozen. then you gonna want folks to feel sorry for you. But I do not trust that bitch or her husband, and I
Yeah.
think they have a part of this too.
Who? Which one?
You
Lana,
Lana and Russo.
I
And
don't
I'm
trust
glad
that
y'all brought that up
bitch
because we
or
gotta
her
discuss
husband.
them too. We gotta discuss them too.
The Lana who always run the TMZ, Ryan Satin, who used to work at TMZ,
Oh,
four
I didn't know he
sources
worked
out
at
of the
TMZ.
motherfucking blue with some bullshit about Sasha and Bailey. Now, if you had to just said Sasha, but you gonna drag Bailey into this, who ain't never, ever, you can't never find one instance of somebody even saying Bailey looked at them cross-eyed.
Yeah.
But she
Yeah.
acting a fool at WrestleMania, the biggest day of the fucking year on her job. She's doing that.
Yeah. I said
Sasha
yeah.
pussy ain't that goddamn good. Y'all need to shut this shit up.
Yeah, I told people, I said, if y'all actually believe that, y'all crazy. I said, you got cameras
Because they want
around.
to.
I said, you got cameras around, people coming in and out of the locker rooms. I said, y'all really believe that? Okay. They ain't stupid.
Okay. So to get on to the other women, they broke the Riot Squad up. What do y'all feel about that? Do you care? Was it, is it major?
Uh,
I feel like I feel like Sarah about it because it's not like the Riot Squad had
Yeah.
momentum. Were they a bad team? No. Did they have momentum? No. So
Are you looking forward to
I don't think
any of them solo or? I'm
well,
looking forward to.
my
I
thing
want Ruby.
my thing with I said this about Ruby. I said, even though I'm not, a big fan of hers like that, I said Becky. I mean, I said she shouldn't have lost Queen to Becky. It should have been a dirty. I said it could have been dirty. I said you could have. She still could have been a strong opponent for Becky, and if she was gonna fight Lacey Evans or whoever, Ruby could still be out here, beating other women on the roster until it was her time to face her again. So Becky could have another strong opponent to face after she got done with Lacey Evans or Natty or whoever. But they didn't do that. Instead, they had Becky beat both her and what's that other girl?
Rhonda.
No, her her the other girl that's in the right squad, not Liv, but the other girl.
Sarah Logan.
Yeah. So I don't know what's up with that, but
I yeah.
I feel
I'm
like I want to
curious.
watch Sarah the most because, as I said, I think she's my Roman in that group. The one that people underestimate and gonna sneak out and pass both of them. I do. Something about her. I like her. I'm gonna watch out for her.
Okay. I'm watching out for Liv
She's
Morgan.
unique as fuck. Like they
Who looks
don't
like
have another Sarah Logan or anybody close, really.
you know what? I'm in the opposite, not opposite. Like Ruby Riot's my favorite of the three of them because I feel like she has gotten so many opportunities and has knocked them all out of the park. Um, I won't say knock them out of the park. I feel like she's done well enough to show that she's capable of good work. Um, and but Liv, I'm hoping for Liv Morgan to give me an Alexa Bliss breakout. Like remember when Alexa Bliss first came on SmackDown? She was one of the afterthoughts and just really burst through that scene and really took over. I'm hoping for that from Liv.
Me too. But I think it's interesting with all the women. We
Yeah.
will see. Let's talk about the men and the biggest trade of the entire superstar shakeup. So Vince McMahon came out for the main event of SmackDown, and I was saying to myself, if it's somebody that's low key, I think that's gonna be maybe it's a swerve. I don't know. I was thinking maybe they swerve us and then maybe they double swerve us. and they double swerved us. He came out and he talked up Elias, and Elias came out. When he announced Elias, I was like, this is a setup for Roman.
Yeah.
But I didn't say it out loud, but I was like, I typed out, I knew this was gonna happen. Wait for it. Because I knew there's no fucking way Vince thinks Elias is, and there's no way he's finna end SmackDown like this. No. So Roman came, and it was funny because when Elias came out, Montreal was upset. Montreal was like, this is not, where is the motherfucking the vest? This is not who we act.
It's almost like they hardly reacted.
But and they was like, nah, y'all playing. Please say sight. You know that's
Please say sight.
Please say sight. And
Yeah.
and when Roman music, when it was like dun, the crowd was like, yes.
Yes.
Y'all quit playing with us. Right. Come on now. It seemed like even the people who don't like him, they was like, at least this is something fresh.
They was like, thank God.
And it was just like, it was a beautiful moment to me. And as I spoke,
and I said today, I was like, I said that was smart as hell how they did that shit. That was smart as hell.
It was like, that was something, it felt like he pitched, or whoever writes for him, they came up with together. Because that's his character completely. Yeah. Roman Reigns is not like, to WWE, Roman Reigns is fine on Raw. We don't need to move him. So he's like, you know what? And it's smart because he faced Drew, and he was able to get through that, and he saw that he's ready to get back in the swing of things, which he said on his Chronicle.
Yeah.
So he ready to try to climb the mountain again. But he also showed that like he don't have nothing against his brother. He don't have nothing against Seth. So he wrapped that up. So all the people in the Empire that be like, he need to get the Universal title. He didn't just told y'all with his actions, with his words. That's not his aim. He sees another mountain he can climb.
Yeah.
And that's where he went. He wasn't sent there. He went there to take that yard. And I'm like, and that little say, it was less than 10 minutes. So much character work. But people say they don't like his character. But when you ask him, they just say it's because he wins too much. But that's not a character, baby. That's something a character does. Tell me the aspects of his character that you don't like. Because if you break down his character, it's like, goddamn, this is like one of the best fucking nicest, most stand-up characters in WWE history. If you just unfold, once again, because of his brother, he's like, I'm gonna go to this other show. I don't even want the Universal title. I'm here on SmackDown. He can have that yard. I conceded to Seth. He got that. He slayed the beast. I ain't mad at you. Tell me that's not, and even if they want to circle back one day, tell me that's not some good storytelling. People just don't, they want to see something wrong with it.
Yeah.
Like,
and I said, after he did all that, I was like, and I got some lights off. I said, that was badass right there. I said, he come out, knock Elias out, knock Vince out, grab the mic, say a couple of words.
That poor old man.
Drop the mic.
That old man didn't deserve that.
No, it was smart because
listen, Vince McMahon deserved it. Vince McMahon deserved every fade he get. That old man.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
So old.
Vince said
did
all
you
not
just see what this motherfucker did to Kofi, and Kofi held his peace? Roman Reigns.
Yes.
Roman Reigns punched Vince McMahon in the face for the employees who cannot. That's what a locker room leader does.
Yeah, it's my turn to speak now.
I'm sorry.
Y'all see what I deal with? I love them though. But anyway, I just like how, and I went back and watched Vince's little promo or whatever. I said, oh, he was talking about Roman. I said, He played y'all. He let y'all know what it is, what time it is. He said it out of his mouth. Roman came out. I just love the crowd reaction, and I really thought because we all said we was like, ain't no way Vince gonna say what he gonna say, and then Roman just come out. I said they got to play it smarter than that, and they did, and that's what I liked about it. And then he came back and speared Elias, and just let out a ooh ah, and then just said he let out a loud yes sir. I was like, I said the energy. I said that kind of tells me he wanted to change. I said because he just feels re-energized. I liked it. I said,
Yeah.
you know what? I said I think SmackDown. I said this tells me something, and I feel like they trying to rewrite the ship. And I've been thinking about it. I said I feel like they trying to do this the right way because people jump to the gun talking about he gonna take Kofi's side. I said first of all, who's in the group right now with New Day? KO. I said, to me, KO's character is you can't trust KO. He gonna turn on them and
Exactly.
go after Kofi's title. I said, y'all don't see this.
Exactly.
I said, so why do y'all think? I said to me, Roman's first feud either gonna be with Randy Orton or Elias. And
And you know,
I say Randy Orton because in a dark match, it showed on Twitter they kind of went at it in a dark segment. They was fighting each other and everything. And so that's why I said I said Roman either gonna feud with Elias or Randy Orton, which I'm perfectly fine with because I'm possibly the only one who liked Roman Reigns and Randy Orton's SummerSlam 2014 match.
oh yeah, you by yourself.
Now that Roman has, more experience, Randy, I feel like that feud can actually be something. Same with Elias. So no, Roman Reigns is not going after Kofi's title. If anything, I feel like somebody's going to take Kofi's title from him before Roman does, which I believe that's the route they should go if they want to keep these crowd reactions that Roman is getting going. So that's why I feel like him being on SmackDown and the stuff that we feel is going to happen, they're trying to do it the right way with him, or either that or Roman's having more say in how he wants, his character Joe and Roman to mesh. That's what I feel.
I So I don't think there's anything else for me to say about Roman that hasn't already been said. The only thing I will say is that I'm cautiously watching just because I'm just a little I've been scarred with wrestling before when it comes to you know I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like there's a possibility because it's been established we have a lot of good people. Like Kofi gives you that true good guy feeling that I think Roman has room to not be the good guy anymore. You know what I'm saying? He can still be the guy, but he doesn't be the good guy anymore because there's some quality people that we love that are out there that like he has adversaries that can handle the spot. Speaking of Kofi, I Kofi is not acting like a champion, and I don't mean that. I'm not talking about him wearing a crop top or pigtails or all the hip movements and twerking. Or I don't care about those things. You know what I mean? Like we didn't care about it when he was on his climb. It doesn't stop it now. Kofi, when I'm watching, and I'm seeing Vince watch them, and I'm like, this isn't good. This isn't making Kofi look like a champion right now. They were totally giving Kevin the spotlight. Kofi is champ. Why is Kevin on the ropes and Kofi's on the ground? He's still acting like a tag team player. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I'm nervous about it, not because I feel like Kofi isn't owning his role. He's so humble and supportive of everyone that he's not owning his role as the champion right now. And I mean, granted, it's been 1 week. I get it, blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to sit here and dog it. It hit me different when I was watching Vince watch them in the ring. And I was like, Kofi is not giving me the champion right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I don't look at Kofi and think this is a threat that Roman could really come after. I feel like, you see what I'm saying? Like, everyone's like, oh gosh, Roman's going to take his title. There's not even like Kofi is a contender to keep his own title, and it's going to be a hard fought battle and emotion. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
He's not acting like that person. Like, you know what? Like, that bit of fire that we saw when he was like, no, it's been 11 years. Don't tell me when to go home. When he was yelling at AJ, that fire that we all saw, that everyone was like, oh, shoot, I forgot Kofi's really good at this and has been doing this for a long time. I feel like he's slipping back into New Day shenanigans and just chill, and he's not being that champ right now. So I'm okay that Roman's on SmackDown. I don't know what's up with me and why I'm not like glomming onto it, but it's okay. I'll let it evolve and let it. You know, I've said before, I try to give things 3 weeks before I completely cast judgment on how I feel about it. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, Kofi, while incorporating Kevin Owens, continues just make sure he's the focus and make sure he's the champ in a situation where I'm not a tag team player. And you know, I just also you know, I'm Roman's cool. I'm glad he's on SmackDown. I'm just gonna keep my eye on it.
I'm fine with him being on SmackDown because new feuds, and I feel like he did everything there is to do on Raw. So a change of scenery, plus a lot of people believe, even I don't want to say journalists, but people who actually write, like it's an article came out in Forbes, and he said a lot of people believe that SmackDown is written better, and because it's 2 hours, it's less fillers, and they get more out of the people that they want to, book for these shows. So
Yeah.
it's like they handle them with more care, character wise, from a character perspective and booking perspective. I mean, in a story perspective. Um,
Yeah.
and with I played this scenario in my head. It's kind of like a fantasy segment where Roman tweeted out what he tweeted out after he showed up on SmackDown, and Kofi did the little thing, did the little thinking emoji or whatever. And so I had this thing where next Tuesday, Roman's chilling backstage, and Kofi and Xavier walk up to him, and said, "Welcome to SmackDown," da da da, talking to him, whatever. And
and punch him in the face.
And Kofi and Xavier asked, from a former champion, what advice can you give? And Roman would say to Kofi, "My advice is not to trust anyone, even the one closest to you, and look at Xavier up and down and then just walk off." Cause his experience, cause it's like, okay, I'm a former Shield member. I've been backstabbed. I had the championship.
But here's why
it's like,
here's my only issue with that.
It's like, I'm telling you from experience.
Here's my only issue with that.
You're a champion. Don't trust nobody if you plan on keeping it that long.
Kofi is a Grand Slam champion. Kofi has been in this business 11 years. He's gotten he's won the tag team titles more than anybody in this company, all iterations of it. Kofi has the United States title several times, the Intercontinental title several times. Kofi should not be, in my mind, and this boils back to what I'm saying about him as a champion, because I can see him doing what you said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's not acting like his experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He gives us flashes of his experience, but it shouldn't, for me, for someone of his caliber and for what he has achieved, you shouldn't be thinking that he needs to get advice from someone. Or, you know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I would love for it to be like him stepping up to Roman, like, just know that I fought really hard for this championship and I'm not going to give it up easily. So if you have your mind on it, turn your mind somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Because, the reason why I say that, because
that's what's hard for me with Kofi, is because he's reading like a starry-eyed kid on his first time, and he's an 11-year vet with multiple title reigns.
Yeah, but my thing is with that, it's like, okay, it took you 11 years to get that one title. So if you plan on,
because of racism.
It's like if you feel like you plan on keeping that title, you better treat it like that's all you got. You can't trust nobody, not even your closest friends, because yeah, your friends cheering for you and all that, but they're gonna get tired of seeing Kofi, hearing Kofi, seeing people talk about Kofi. Then it turns to jealousy. Then next thing you know, you let your guard down, it's taken from you just like that.
Yeah.
So it's like you better watch your back. And that's why
And especially with Big E being Biggie wasn't even barely out of surgery when they already replaced him with Kevin Owens.
yeah.
So Kofi got a receipt for that coming, in my opinion. He needs to have a receipt for that. That's terrible. All that brotherhood, Kofi's kids was on Biggie like they are family. They look clearly like hang out and are like family.
Yeah. So Tonya, you got anything about this whole Roman Reigns thing or whatever? New thing?
I just don't. I don't think Kofi. I don't think Kofi and Roman gonna cross paths in that capacity.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think Roman gonna be doing his thing with other people, and then Kofi's gonna get fucked out of the belt some kind of way. Probably this Kevin Owen thing. If he don't turn, I'm gonna be shocked. So I think that's where they're going with their program. I kind of get what you're saying, Claudia, but I mean Daniel Bryan. The reason why he made me so mad is that he made several points about Kofi Kingston and his character. You have been here 11 years. You have seen all these people pass you by because you didn't have the same aggressive attitude. And Daniel Bryan is somebody who's been on the mountaintop several times and knows exactly what it takes to get there. The ruthlessness, the selfishness that it takes, and it does take that. Even Roman with his one versus all, he is a good guy, but he even Austin back in his day understood that it was DTA.
Yeah.
So I get, and I think that's the lesson that Kofi. Listen, I'm not expecting them to make Kofi a main eventer. This was a great WrestleMania moment for press and pop, and how ever quickly they gonna get this bet off of him to put it on who they want.
Oh, best believe
They're
he's about to
going
be
to
a
do
Black
it
History Month.
expeditiously, as T.I. would say.
Yeah.
Expeditiously. And I'm prepared for that. I got like just the unity I got at Wrestle. Like, we Black, we can't expect much. It's sad to say, and we shouldn't say that. But that's as you say, I'm the bitch that bring the shit back to reality, huh? they,
I did say that.
you see it. They finna get this title off Kofi is just as fast as they as it's feasible.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what's upsetting
And
me.
Kofi's gonna be like, Kofi gonna shake their hand and say thanks you for the opportunity and what else you have for me.
Oh my freaking God.
And listen, and I understand that a lot of people should be like, well, this is the time where Kofi should stand up because of what he represents and who he is. But you cannot make people be something they are not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard for me. It's hard.
You gotta dig into Kofi's background and who he
capable
is and what he believes in and how he operates. I understand he is capable. But I just don't think he is, for the ruthlessness that it takes. And we talking about kayfabe and outside of kayfabe now. For the ruthlessness it takes for him to be Kofi Kingston, that nigga with the championship, and be a main eventer, I don't think that's his that's
his personality.
I don't think that's his goal. I don't think that's his aim. Like, it's nice if it happens, but he's not about to. He's not about to change who he is and his character and how he operates to get it. And I feel like he thinks he has to.
Yeah, because it's
complex.
Like,
it's complex. Yeah. But I'm enjoying it. It was cute. I feel what y'all saying, but I'm just trying to ride it to the wheel fall off because I know they finna get this time. Especially the way when I saw this shit with Kevin, I was like, oh, they finna take this time off this nigga expeditiously.
Yeah, I was like, it's obvious because I said it's so obvious. I said you can't trust. I said even though people enjoying what Kevin Owens, I said you can't trust it. I said you can't trust it. It's clear what he's trying to do. I said if you watched him throughout his career in WWE, he's the person that gets closer to the person that he wants to take from. Did it with Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Did it with Chris Jericho. He been do it with Kofi. So I said it's obvious what they're doing here. And I said people worried about Roman. I said somebody gonna take that belt from Kofi before Roman do. And I think that's the route they're going.
You know what the gag is? The gag is people be worried about Roman forever in the day, and it'll take them 18 months for him to finally win the goddamn championship on an episode of SmackDown.
And to
Like,
them and to them they
Yeah.
and to them
that's how they book him.
and to them he still handed everything. Even
Exactly,
though he scratched and clawed to
exactly.
get it.
When all he'll be doing, if Roman face Kofi, it'll be to give Kofi credibility, more
Yep.
credibility.
Yep.
So Kofi can lose to somebody that they want to push.
Yep.
That's what they do to Roman.
Yeah.
That's what they do, and I'm prepared for it. I just a change of scenery or something. I'm ready for anything, and it seemed like he is too, because he was in there like he never left. Like that was not happy, smiley. I am back.
Yep.
Thank God, Roman. That
I'm
was
ready to take over Roman.
Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
big dick swinging, and I was just like, that's why I got happy. That's why I ain't trying to worry about like the hypotheticals. I'm just glad, and if we can get some our truth content out of this, which I know we are. I love truth. He's the most wholesome. He's gonna give us what we need.
And
We've
I
been
said
stars
that
for
segment.
so long.
I just keep watching the segment. I was like, the energy when he came. I said the energy is different. It's like he was just, and I was like, it's just the energy, man. I said, and somebody said in the tweet, they was like, the energy shifts when he comes out, and it's like that segment on
does.
YouTube is at 2 million. All the freaking number 14 trending on YouTube. I said, this dude is a freaking draw. I don't care what y'all say. Canada was ready for him. People was ready for him to come on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
he's a draw.
He
That
needs-
man,
he definitely needs to be off of the show with Seth Rollins. I'm so glad he is off the show with the Golden Child. We ain't talking about that enough. We got to do that.
Yeah, I
Thank
said
Lord.
the views rose so freaking quick. I'm like, bruh. I said, it's
You
only
want to
been
know?
on- I'm like, yo. I said, man, y'all. I said, Roman making y'all eat crow, man. He letting y'all know he don't need Seth Rollins. He never
But
needed
I'm just
Seth
telling
Rollins.
you,
I'm like,
this why I don't think about it. He's off the show with Seth.
yep,
Seth is the top champion.
yep.
So you can't think about Seth the last time he was the top champion and the show was gonna be focused on him. He was a heel.
Woo!
I know, right? But as a face, tell me the most exciting thing about him as a face. 3 words. Burn it down and stomping that foot.
Somebody said, I saw a tweet this morning. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about, Tonya.
I know.
You liked it.
Yeah, I retweeted that shit.
This I don't know if it was a girl or a guy trying to drag Naomi, talking about her character isn't this and that.
Oh, yes.
And somebody was like, and somebody said her character is just feel the glow, da da da. And then a Naomi fan was like, saw her ABI with Seth Rollins. He said, okay, and Seth Rollins' character is burning down. And they was asking her, and she was like, I know what Seth Rollins' character is, daughter. So people was asking her what Seth Rollins' character did, and she couldn't.
She never
explain
said it.
You know what?
Never
He's
said
a good guy by proxy. That's what his character, because I know his character. See, I love him, but I can read his ass for filth. He is a good guy by proxy. Okay,
his ass Phil.
good guy by proxy. He turned on his brothers to get opportunities and leave them in the dust, but he couldn't. They stayed with him, and the authorities saw. Because remember when Kane said we could have made Hornswoggle the champion?
Yeah.
He what he set out to do with the authority, he failed because the authority asked him, you take the reins and you destroy those two in the process. But no, he couldn't. The fans didn't let him go. Roman kept over fucking achieving and main eventing WrestleManias. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins going through all these trials and tribulations and ups and downs and all this shit. And the authority decided he wasn't worth the risk. He got injured. They don't like that shit. They got rid of him. They tossed him away for Kevin Owens, somebody they thought was better, much better than him. And because Triple H turned on him, he got whiny and pouty about it. And that's when he talked about burning it down. But he hasn't. The authority is still here. Well, he's not really a fucking Kingslayer. He's done nothing but beg his two good friends that he couldn't leave in the dust for forgiveness. They forgave him. And by proxy, so did the fans. And that is who Seth Rollins fucking is.
The T.
By proxy.
Tonya,
Who,
I love you.
Who has never been good enough to stand on his goddamn own.
Tonya, I love you.
Burn that down.
Oh my God. That was the take that girl.
Dean and Seth fucking slam and suck on their own.
Preach,
both Dean and Seth ran with the ball.
Preach, press, pastor, preach.
Let me tell you something right now, Tonya.
Seth fumbled it.
This is why I followed your. Let me tell you, this is why I followed you. I never had an account on Cage Side Seats. I just used to go on. I used to love their comment section. I thought they were the only site that had like good commentary on wrestling.
They still do, but you gotta search for them
because they push most of us out.
Yeah, Tonya used to go off. I remember seeing. I literally, when I came back and I found out that Tonya was banned from Cage, I sought out her Twitter. I looked for this woman because I was like, I need to follow her as a person.
Thank you.
And this right here is why. You freaking get it and you disseminate it and you explain it so well that I almost thought I thought of it. Like, you know what I'm
saying? I'm jealous.
Steph ain't did a motherfucking
we're not done standing. You don't get to move on. We're not done standing right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're not done standing.
We're not done. Bitch, yes. Now we're done.
My God,
but I'm just
that was amazing.
I wish I could rewind. I'm gonna listen to this podcast tomorrow.
Right?
That was freaking awesome. I'm so jealous.
That was perfect.
I'm telling you, because I am a writer. And because, like, I have characters that have lived in my head for a very long time. And I understand character motivations and flaws and your pros and cons and all of that. And basic writing prose and all that. I can watch the story and sometimes predict characters' actions. Like, I was watching the movie Us. And I didn't say anything, but the twist ending, I predicted it in like 15 minutes, but I didn't say anything. And I was like, maybe I ain't right. But I was right. I've seen that movie, Us.
I haven't.
I'm too scared.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing about it, but just the twist that you figure out in the end, I figured out in like the opening scene. And it's just because I look at writers certain kind of ways, and once I get familiar with a writer, like a Stephen King or like a Jackie Collins or like now Jordan Peele, because I watched his comedy show and I watched a lot of his other stuff. I've been a big fan of him since he was on Mad TV, man, when I was a teenager. So I kind of know what kind of writer he is. I kind of figured out. Like you can get kind of tendencies. Like I figured out, I know what type of creative writer Vince McMahon is. He don't actually write, but like the character motivations and the type of heroes and stories that he likes to tell, because he does tell stories. People want to talk shit about Vince, but he does tell stories. Some of them are not good, in my opinion, but he tells stories. And because of the type of characters he writes in the stories he wants to tell, the people he employs, I kind of can see what type of characters he be getting off. But Seth Rollins always had, ever since he turned on the Shield, he didn't have this. There has been no real redemptive arc for him
at all. And I agree. I agree so wholeheartedly. Like, I think I just feel like you just so succinctly brought down all the problems with Seth and why it's like people like him, but the people who like him are the people who
Ain't
like
afraid to
Tyler
call
Black.
out bullshit.
You know what I mean? Like they like Tyler Black. So they're gonna always be behind Seth because they feel like he deserves whatever it is he has.
I
But
called
the
him out.
average fan who has seen this show for any length of time is like, this is the same guy who threatened to paralyze Edge. What are you telling me? Why are we just forgiving him? You know what I'm saying? We've never visually gotten that forgiveness. And
And
it's
I
just,
said, and I everybody always ask me, like I told them I just like and dislike. Sometimes I'll criticize, sometimes I'll drag them. You know, somebody's like, why is somebody like, why is that? I said, you know, people have their opinions of who's 1A and 1B in the Shield. I said, in my mind, Self's not better than Roman. I'm like, he's just not. I wholeheartedly believe that. I'm like,
flippy
I
shit. That's it.
I'm like, I just wholeheartedly believe that. I said, you can drag me for it, whatever. I watched
That's
both
not
of
better than
them.
Roman.
I said, I watched both of them. Roman alone on SmackDown. He came out,
And
had
if
the
I'm
whole freaking timeline. It felt like we was in a freaking party for crying out loud. Trending on Twitter. 2 million views. Number 14
I
trending on YouTube. I'm like, dude. I said, man, y'all. I said, Roman.
Seth was on the Daily
I
Show
said
and
that's
didn't
why
trend that much.
I tell people on the internet, Roman fans. I said we ain't gotta listen to these dudes no more, man. Proof is proof. We looking at proof, dude. Roman is a freaking star. He got a freaking presence.
Yeah.
The people that try to boo him scream like girls when he come out, and then forget. Oh, I supposed to be booing him
He has it, and he couldn't get rid of it.
if he tried.
If he tried, he couldn't sell it. He's
And
got it, but
now, and now what's crazy is now that Roman's come back, he knows what he wants to do. He now knows a purpose. Now he knows what he wants to do. His character. It's over. It's over.
And I will make one small note of this. I am, I I am really very, very like excited with this change I've seen in him since he's finally been open with everyone.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
think that was the missing piece that people had complaints about. A lot of people who didn't quite get him is because they sensed. I think it was something that you unconsciously sensed that he was closed off, and there was nothing necessarily wrong. He wasn't mean or bad. He just was very much closed off. And I feel like just even watching his second Chronicle,
yes,
yeah.
I was just shocked at how much more emotive and expressive and open he was just being. Period.
a lot of
And I
stuff
was
makes
like,
sense to me now.
Yeah.
yeah,
I liked his second Chronicle better than the first. If I'm being honest with you.
Me too.
yes. That
It
second
was very,
Chronicle, I mean,
it was
just
cute.
him on that back of that cart when he was like, "Hello" to Paige. I'm just like, who is this man? He's different. I've never seen that much energy and personality out of him
Curse,
before. You know what I mean? And I'm
cursing
not
up a
trying to be funny.
storm in the second Chronicle. It's like I'm like,
Yes,
dude.
he don't play because this is the same guy who, when prior to him coming out, was in the Australia show and was like talking about he was like, it's gonna look coolish. It's cool. And I remember like when he was like trying not to cuss, and it's like just so different seeing him now because he just clearly feels unfiltered. And it's not as though he's, a mini rock all of a sudden. He's not, that's not his personality type. Nia Jax was saying that. She was like, he's naturally shy, but he is opening up in a way that I'm very excited to see him try out these new limbs on SmackDown.
He
You know what I'm
said that
saying?
he even said it in his post interview after showing up on SmackDown. He was like, you know, he basically laid it all out there. Like, he said he's ready to, try new things with him as a character and him as Joe as the person and all that. And when he said Joe as the person, I was like, oh, okay. So like he let him know what his intentions are. So, you know, he was like, you know, this he basically letting people know what he's there to do on SmackDown. So it's like, you know, I'm looking forward to it because it was one thing that I liked in that second chronicle when he said that's part of the reason why I was watching Raw too, because I just want to know who's taking my baby from me.
Yeah.
You know? So he said all I needed was just a little bit of light. He said as soon as I saw that light, I started running towards the bitch. I was like, ah! He was like, he
And
just wanted to get
exactly.
back out there.
And
so I
feel like in the past he wouldn't have said that. I feel like in the past, when I'm saying he's showing so much personality, I feel like in the past he would have been like, you know, things happen, but you gotta grind and you gotta stay focused. You know, he would have just given you an answer that wasn't bad, but it wasn't particularly expressive in any way of really him and any vulnerability. So it's like seeing that vulnerability for him being concerned about what's happening next. It's refreshing for me as a fan because I've always wanted more from him, but I didn't know how to articulate it because I couldn't tell you what was wrong because it wasn't that anything he was doing was bad.
Yeah.
But I can see the difference now, and I'm really, really happy with it. Like, I'm just excited to see I'm excited for the future and how he changes. I'm also crazy impressed with this man because for him to be dealing with the side effect of arthritis from his chemo and continue to be a professional wrestler is just nothing short of outstanding.
Yeah, it's inspiring. It really is. But Tonya, girl, you killed that whole characterization stuff. I get so jealous when I can't do that stuff. You and Madeline Nord know how to do that stuff to a T. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off.
I read a lot, and when I was little, I used to read weird books. But
same.
This is another subject for another time. Yeah, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I'm just ready for that R-Truth content. I am. I'm ready for
he gonna do it too.
Down appearance. I'm ready for some fun stuff, and whatever he does on SmackDown, I'm just gonna be there to support it. Even if I'm like not super hyped about certain things, it's still okay because he's come out with a refreshed sense of purpose.
Yeah.
And he's never disappointed me, you know, when he is on and ready to go. So
Tonya, I feel like when you were saying all that stuff on Twitter and then when you changed immediately like that, I was like, she probably just wanted to see you just wanted him to show you that it might be something different.
Yeah, I still want to see that fire out of him, and I understand that we are happy you're back in the smiley happy, yes, but yeah, I'm Dean Ambrose. I like my Roman Reigns angry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah. I was like, if he could just I said, you see that right there? I said all he gotta do is just do shit like that. And he be alright. Now, if I said, because that was just badass. No nonsense. Came out and let people know Big Dog is in the building. Be ready, because it's going to be some chaos.
Big Dog is in the building.
Basically.
So I have one question for y'all.
I feel like, yeah, you go ahead.
If we, I thought we were, I think you were gonna say something.
No, I know I was gonna say. I feel like I'm not gonna be watching Raw as much. Like,
girl, yes.
Naomi and the Usos, they gonna have to come up with some fire ass programs for them. Because if they start slacking on those three, I'm gonna be like, you know what? It's other thing. What's Love and Hip Hop talking about tonight?
Oh no!
I'm dead serious.
I got a question. Do y'all think that's gonna happen real? Like people gonna start tuning out because Roman ain't on Raw no more?
I am like, if they don't bring it, I'm done with Raw. I'm dead serious.
Because I said I'm watching. Because I said the only reason for me to watch Raw is Usos and Naomi.
Yeah. If they start putting Naomi in catering and the Usos putting all these other slag ass white boys over, Love and Hip Hop. This is the life. This is the life. This is the shit. You think I'm serious?
Because people, as soon as Roman came on SmackDown, everybody, I saw every tweet saying Raw's canceled, Raw's canceled.
Shit.
Yeah.
Free at last. Free at
They did.
last. Thank God Almighty.
And I saw a Forbes article saying SmackDown won the shake up just for Roman coming on alone.
And
I'm like,
the stock dropped because you know Raw still the number one show. The
yeah.
stock went down today because Roman ain't on Raw no more.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, I
It'll be
said
okay. They're gonna go back up when SmackDown go to Fox. It's cool.
no.
All them lonely old white women put their eyes on Roman Reigns. They're not gonna care what he's doing. Every week they're watching this show.
And I was, and it's not like it's not just Roman. I mean, you got Finn Balor on there, Elias for
Ooh,
like
Finn Balor is a
say
trap too.
like say if you got like a little filler on SmackDown, you can use Elias for that because man, he a good heel.
He's
And I
very
said
good.
that-
Oh, you right. They have stacked girl.
I said the reason why I said it was smart how they did Roman's debut because on Raw, Elias went in on Canada. So when Vince bought Elias back out, Canada's like, this motherfucker again. Like they was already mad at him. So you got somebody that people want to see get punched in their freaking face. You bring Roman out, you just cry reaction. I said that's why heels. I said that's why I hate when people try to cheer heels. I said my top 4 or 5 heels or 3, 4, or 5 heels is right now currently Baron Corbin, Daniel Bryan, Elias, and right now Sami Zayn. People that can actually get people to boo them. I said that helps. I said y'all don't understand. I said that helps baby faces that get booed for being good people tremendously. I said y'all don't understand. I said what this did for Roman. I said just like he helped them get over and be, taken seriously. I said we need good heels that can help Roman when he's in a segment that he needs to be a face in. Or
exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Like Sheamus was capable of that. Sheamus always got Roman cheered.
Like even Sheamus can do it. I'm like, we need that. I said that helped
Also,
Roman out tremendously yesterday.
Did y'all see that picture Sheamus posted?
Yeah, he gets slammed.
Sheamus. Listen, my cousin and I remember we were in Trinidad, and this is a few years ago, and I had just started back watching wrestling. I probably been watching like a year or so. So Sheamus was like on top at that point, and both of us were just like, "Who is this pale man? He's kind of cute." And over the years, that crush has just developed, and I'd be forgetting about the crush because he don't be out there like that. And then, because I forgot about his Warrior workout channel.
Yeah.
Listen, that man is gorgeous.
But I mean, people saying Raw and
saying
SmackDown both did good on the brands, but I was like, I see what SmackDown is doing. Cause you brought in Cedric Alexander, Buddy Murphy, you got Elias, Finn Balor, even the women.
Don't forget,
then you bring in that one big star.
Too. Let's not. He's gonna be in the mix too.
I'm never gonna call that man
Mustafa Ali.
Oh yeah, I'm never gonna call him Ali.
Yeah, him too.
He
and then you got the people who I think that should stay on SmackDown is staying, like Shinsuke. You got Randy Orton. I hope Daniel Bryan is staying. And then all these people that Roman, I feel, already have good chemistry with, and because we already feel like, especially with smaller wrestlers, he can go in the ring with anybody. But with smaller wrestlers, which SmackDown has a bit of a mixture of, with Buddy Murphy, Cedric, Mustafa Ali, Finn Balor, and then you have the ones that's kind of in his size, like Randy Orton, Dan Bryan, all those, and then you have that one big star, Roman Reigns. So the match is gonna be lit. You got Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods. I mean, man, SmackDown gonna be lit.
Now that, because you brought back up the which brand won, my question for you both: I want to know who's your most irrelevant trade and who's your bliss trade. And I call it the bliss trade because, again, Alexa Bliss was not being checked for, and she knocked that door down. And I'm gonna give her things. So, who's your Bliss trade on this? Like, who do you think is gonna really just turn up? Not Roman. Who do you think is really gonna turn up in this trade and really prove something? And who do you think is just honestly irrelevant? That's probably gonna fade out.
My irrelevant is Lars Sullivan.
Alaskan Bullworm.
Okay.
And then
Your Bliss trade.
my Bliss trade. Ooh, that's hard, girl. I'm just gonna go with
You
Mighty
got a
Mouse.
list on your DMs.
I'm going with Mighty Mouse.
Finn,
Yeah.
Fargo, Devin.
Finn is your what?
I think SmackDown
Is he your irrelevant trade?
No, she
No.
said he's the one that's gonna show out, and I agree.
Lars Sullivan is my
Oh, okay.
irrelevant. Mighty Mouse is my, yeah.
Tonya, what about you?
My irrelevant trade is Mickey James,
Ooh, I
Ooh.
agree.
Smart.
and the one who I think might echo food. Okay, it's gonna be a twofer because I'll go on both shows. Given the chance, the opportunity, either Liv Morgan or Naomi.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I got a question after we do this thing. After we get
My
that.
irrelevant trade is gonna be EC3.
Oh,
Him.
he trash. I'm sorry.
That's my irrelevant
Hold on, wait a
trade.
minute. He work here, as Oscar say. He work.
I love.
Trash.
I'm by Moon. She
He
working.
trash, bro. He's so trash.
Yeah. So my irrelevant trade is EC3, and my Bliss trade. I think my Bliss trade is gonna be. I'm looking at this list. I think Andrade. I think they're really gonna turn up on Raw.
Oh,
Ooh,
Andrade is a good one.
listen, if they don't have him and Zelina on Monday every night, that would be a mistake. Now, see, that would get me if Andrade got a push on Monday, and
Yeah.
then some. You know what? I'm rethinking because Samoa Joe is sick, but he gonna be on the show, and it looked like they were building something with him and Braun, and I
Yeah.
think that could be interesting.
Yeah.
So now I'm rethinking. I give Raw a month. Let me
Yeah.
put it like that. I give him a month before I, throw him away.
Yeah, we forgot all about
But
Samoa Joe.
you brought up Andrade, and I was like, damn, he is. Why do I keep forgetting he's on Raw now?
Yeah.
I love him. Ooh, I
I
loved
do
him.
too.
Girl, I loved him in NXT. It's like they were saying when he first came, he was it, and then I was like, I see the potential, but like he don't speak in the English.
Oh no. You
Now
And
my
then,
question.
and then he went and got Zelina, and I was like, you know what? This is it. Like second week, I saw them together. So
there's that magic. That magic you felt for him and Zelina.
listen,
is
I
what I
saw
felt
a
for
clip.
Paige with the.
But he was like fucking up right and losing a whole bunch and partying or whatever. And it was like outside, and she was like, "You came here to do this?" And he was like, "What about it?" And she slapped the shit out of him. I was like, "Yes, buddy, this is it. This gonna work. I'm telling you, like when they got something going." Now people drag Zelina. Is it because I think it's because she's a Republican.
She's a what?
I listen, baby. I'm not sure because I don't know. I don't know, but I know her husband is a fucking Satanist and a liberal out the ass. So I don't know how she's a Trumper and he's like the exact
But
opposite.
she's a freaking.
Like I
immigrant.
know a lot about Aleister Black and his background. Like his beliefs won't allow him to be Republican, straight up. So
I can't imagine.
I
That.
heard somebody like group her in that group of like Trumpy women in wrestling,
Oh no.
but I don't know. But like when y'all say it about Lacey Evans and I say it about Zelina Vega, I don't give a fuck who she voted for, her politics. Her Andrade is it. I don't.
Yeah.
That's all I do is how we like. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Is
But
it?
that magic between Andrade and Zelina is what I feel when I see Paige with Asuka and Kyrie.
Oh
Because
my
I feel
god.
like Asuka has done what she can do, but we have to acknowledge the racism in the room. She, she can't connect with everyone once it, because now she can't just win with fighting anymore. Once that streak was broken, that part of her aura has been broken, and now she needs to talk. And they need the mouthpiece. It's the racism in the room. It is what it is. As much as I want to believe that, she doesn't have to do this, or like, that we should just accept her as she is.
Let me
A
see.
lot of people are
Here the thing.
wanting her when she speaks. We gotta call a spade a spade. She's
Every
getting needed.
wrestler, every wrestler shouldn't be up there giving 15-minute promos anyway.
Valid, and that's also one of the problems. So I like, because I feel like Paige is really good. You know, Paige, again, she's one of those where, like, I'm not gonna think about her politics. I'm just gonna keep it pushing. Paige, I think, doesn't is so I her career was cut short under it all, and it's hard for a lot of us. I think, 'cause even I still feel bad for her because she's so good and she was just getting started. Um. So Paige, I think, is such a smart combination of them. I think Asuka is the perfect, you know, way to usher in Kyrie, because Asuka walked so those girls can run. Let's be very real here. Asuka paved the way for all of them. If Asuka didn't do as well as she did, none of these girls would have been treated as seriously as they were.
Okay. Hold on. I just want to say to the people in the comments, the person that said like Mickey James is good, I agree. I wasn't, that wasn't my pick for irrelevant, was not a diss towards Mickey. But like it seemed like they're not gonna respect her.
Yeah.
That's why I said
Yeah,
it. Sorry.
yeah.
I wish it was different.
I got a question. I got a question for y'all. Who won the shakeup as far as the women's division?
SmackDown for me, definitely.
SmackDown.
Because a lot of people saying Roz is trash, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, I think Raw has potential. Raw has the reason why they're saying that is because Raw have a lot of girls who have been used to build up a lot of girls that are currently on SmackDown.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that's why they're saying that. I think they, in order to build, to have that division not keep being looked that way, they have to then either bring somebody else in over those girls and use those girls to build these new girls, or build them up. And it's interesting to see the route that they're going to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think outside of like Naomi,
Yeah,
the girls
Apollo
on
is.
Raw.
Did he get traded? Because I know like he was tweeting,
Who?
but we
I
we
don't know.
I don't think he got traded. See, we're
Wait,
just talking
who?
about people that got traded.
Who are you asking if they got traded?
Somebody brought up Apollo. Apollo isn't going to do
Apollo got
much.
traded.
He's on
He is
SmackDown now
on the list. He is. Where do I see his name?
because he was on Raw first.
Yes, he's on SmackDown.
Okay, okay.
The
Yeah.
Raw shakeup is AJ Styles, Miz, Usos, Ricochet, Aleister Black, The Viking Experience,
Uh,
Andrade, Rey Mysterio, Lacey Evans, Naomi, Cedric Alexander, EC3, and Eric Young. Also irrelevant.
Eric Young ain't gonna, like, he's the
SmackDown
comedy
is.
dude. And you know what? That's
Oh,
that's fine. And if they let him do something funny and give him like some time, he might surprise people. Eric Young was funny as fuck in TNA for a lot of years.
okay.
So
That's why I heard his name for so long. I couldn't remember where I heard his
yeah,
name.
now like
It was
there
TNA.
have been TNA flops like EC3. He's not gonna. He got signed because AJ Styles and Samoa Joe exceeded expectations. But Eric Young is he's a solid, like mid card guy. Bring him out there, give you a decent match, make you have a little chuckles, inoffensive.
Hmm.
It's a 3-hour show for fuck's sake. They need people like him. Everybody can't be in the main event. So
SmackDown shakeup is
Mhm.
Roman Reigns, Elias, Finn Balor, the Alaskan Bullworm, Ember Moon, Bailey, Kyrie Sane, Buddy Murphy, Liv Morgan, Chad Gable. Oh, Chad Gable, Apollo Crews, Mickey James,
Chadwick,
and Heavy Machinery.
shut up, Chad.
Yeah,
Chad
I didn't see him in the
Gable.
trailer though.
No, Chad Gable. No, he finally away from Bobby Roode.
Oh shoot, yeah, you're right. They're separated.
My thing is, Chad Gable can go, but he's still corny as hell.
If they let see, but
That's
SmackDown
my
is a
You
problem.
two-hour
win us
show.
over if we just get to see him fight.
They gonna put him in a tag team with somebody again.
Watch, yeah. Superstars in limbo. I thought this was interesting. We don't know where Bray Wyatt, Samoa Joe. Well, Samoa Joe's
Yeah.
on Raw if Finn Balor's on
Uh
SmackDown.
huh.
Bray Wyatt, Sami Zayn, Nikki Cross, and Killing Dane.
They think they gonna send them to the NXT UK. Nikki Cross and Killian Dane. They're married.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They are. I didn't know that
Nikki
either.
Cross is like 3 feet tall. She is so short. That's why she can squat so much because she's short. When you have long legs, you don't be squatting like that all the time.
So Bray, I don't know where Bray is gonna attack us with this Blumhouse
Asthmatic
with this
puppet?
Blumhouse horror film. You ever watched them Blumhouse movies? That was
What is going on with that? It's
that was
so
a big
weird.
movie.
I love Byron. Byron. I'm about to say Byron Cage, like a preacher. Byron Saxton. I like when Byron Saxton was like, "I wish I could unsee what I just saw." Like the dead
Have
man
y'all ever
was
seen
it.
any of them like B-rated horrible horror movies where you can see the wire on the puppet and the zipper on the costume? Like that's all I'm thinking about when so I'm ready to laugh. Let's go. Let's do this.
This
When is he?
asthmatic puppet only coughing.
This is Bray's career at this point. People who were hoping that he was gonna be the Undertaker.
Who?
Oh no!
That's the black.
You know when he was facing
What?
at WrestleMania 31, he was facing the Undertaker, and everybody was like, Undertaker should lose to him. The streak is over with anyway, and pass the torch so he can be the next like spooky guy to go into the new generation. And WWE said, "Wait a minute, you thought? How about we give you this ratchet ass horror movie, Bray Wyatt instead? Where you go?
I don't know. It just kicked me off.
Wow. Like your internet been choppy, so it's being mean to you.
I'm having a
Tiger, what do you
Yes.
think about Bray Wyatt stuff though? Come on now.
The Bray Wyatt thing is funny, but at the same time, it's like I kind of want Bray Wyatt on SmackDown because I like his feud and chemistry with Roman so much. Like they blow the roof off the place when they face each other. But it's like when Bray faces everybody else, it's like man. But when he feud with Roman and facing Roman in the ring, it's like it's so freaking good. I don't know why that is. I like the Hell in a Cell match a lot. I like their feud a lot when it was just them two, their brawls and stuff. I don't know. It's like I see the potential in Bray, but they don't use him right.
Because they rather give you this. You remember that match he had with Randy Orton?
That was a hot mess. I don't know what. Like when Randy Orton's on the ring and
Which
then you
one?
see
The match
worms
he had
and
in the house.
cockroaches.
Where Randy Orton showed up in the
Oh, right.
and Randy Orton
Yes.
didn't even care. He had like stubble in the recorded stuff, but then the bitch ass shaved and it was supposed to be the same fucking day. It's like Randy. Then they had
Right.
match at WrestleMania with the hologram. She's on the
Oh,
ring.
that with the sperm? Yes.
That's when his whole character jumped the shark. It was over with. And I did want to mention this because Luke Harper in that feud, he was the fire in that feud, and they fucked Luke Harper out of there and took him out when it should have been a triple threat. And people were like, "But for what?" I'm like, "So we could see something better." Like, you telling me you was cool with them laying there and acting like seeing projections of worms on the canvas.
That was
scary.
funny.
It was funny, but it's like,
it was funny, man.
The problem is they would do these antics with Bray, but they would have no follow-up. We would just, why did he do that? What was his plan? Remember when they did that with Dean Ambrose and they had that whole ghost thing in the ring with him? They never ever mentioned it again. Like, what was that? Why did he do that? Will he do it again? Is it something that we can expect from him? You know what I'm saying? Like, there was just no follow through. They would just do it for the imagery, and then there was no follow through, so it just became hokey.
You remember that time, Bray? Like you mentioned, his Hell in a Cell. He lost to Roman, and then the same night after the Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar, right? Bray got his heat right back and kidnapped the Undertaker, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" He said he gonna eat the Undertaker's soul and da 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 da. And then it come to find out, Undertaker and Kane just beat the brakes off their ass at Survivor Series, and then it was like, that was it.
What was that for?
Right.
What was it for? Exactly. That's the problem. There's no follow through with Bray.
So that's like when you see some shit like this, and then it look low rate anyway. You just like, okay, what is this? You know, what are we doing here? So,
but that I just remember that that Wyatt family compound match was what made Braun Strowman seem like a legitimate monster. And that was
with New Day right back. With New Day, right?
Yeah,
that was good work. Yeah,
that was so good. So it's like, it's just, there was always these flashes of greatness and potential with Bray and with the Wyatt family and all of that, and they just seem to like not follow through on it. So the problem that they have right now is their own fault.
Yeah,
they being the creative team, not Bray.
Not Bray, no, because Bray is there to. It's like, he's the muse, he's the artist, and their job is to construct it in a way that it makes it that the audience takes it and receives it well. So I think Bray did more than his part creating this character and this atmosphere and something that was different, that people gravitated to. Because you could go back and watch him in 2013 and it's like, goddamn, he had the whole fucking audience in his hands. Yeah. Against John Cena, of all people. When he was in the ring with Cena, most people usually chant for Cena. They had people doing chanting his shit. You know what I'm saying? Feeling they were on his vibe. John Cena was in his world. He wasn't in John Cena's world. And so how did they take that character and turn that character, which was good, and it had so much like. And I think a lot of it is that the person who understand him passed away, and there's nobody else that's brave enough or on this level. Because Dusty was the one that was crafting those promos and had that vision along with him and was crafting it in that way that gravitated toward the audience. And once Dusty was gone, it was like, these motherfuckers didn't know what to do. Let's make it a cartoon. It's a real person.
I would really and truly love a WWE Studios film with like a Bray Wyatt.
Oh my God, girl!
Why won't they
have a rough draft of? I have a rough draft of a Wyatt family like story, and it's sick and twisted. Like, no. You have to be like rated R, almost NC-17 to do it justice. Like, you've seen like those, not slasher movies. We talking about classic chainsaw. Texas Chainsaw Massacres.
Nope, because I'm a Christian.
It had
I get nightmares. I can't watch any of those.
Well, you ever seen The Devil's Rejects or like Rob Zombie? It had to be
I've seen exactly one horror movie in my life, and it was an
Are you
accident.
kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
On a
It was
podcast with me?
it was an accident. Let me tell you what movie I saw. It was called 2001 Maniacs. Have you ever seen it?
The House of a Thousand Corpses?
No, it's called 2001 Maniacs. Literally, here's what it was. The reason why I saw this horror movie is because I didn't realize it was horror because it took place in the daytime.
Okay.
And so my sister and I are watching it, and we're like, why are people keep dying gruesomely? What is this movie? This is so weird. And like, it was so weird, but like,
Wait
it
a
was
minute.
happening in the
No,
daylight.
Claudia, okay, I just got it. You've never seen like Jason movies, Freddy movies,
Nope.
Freddy. I know you know who they are.
Yeah.
You've never seen a Halloween. Oh,
No.
girl.
I've never watched a horror movie. I've watched one
Wow.
horror movie in my life, and that horror movie was 2001 Maniacs. And because it took place in the daytime, I didn't recognize it was a horror movie.
I am so crazy.
That's why my heart's so naive, and why I'm like, what do you mean? Why can't they be friends?
So,
I don't live in this world.
but you know, like the type of like character that Bray Wyatt is meant to be, I can't see it being nothing but a horror movie.
Of course, no, and I'm not against it. I'm very, very weak. I get nightmares really bad, so I'm not ever gonna watch it. But I 100% think there's a lot of meat there for an amazing movie.
You're right.
I would love to see the compound, and that Wyatt match with the New Day is what made me think that the most. Like that was like really solidified it for me because it was so compelling.
And it was shot very well too.
Be on the compound with the Wyatt family, and imagine like, you know, maybe 40 some odd people just blindly following Bray and being at his bidding, and
like his zombies.
It would be so good.
Man,
and of course, I wanted a spy movie with the Shield.
WWE's tweet of Roman going to SmackDown Live got fucking 10,000.
I
love being a Roman fan, bro. I really do.
You know you that bitch when you cause all this conversation. Okay, yeah, we can close out on this because I know people gotta go to work and all these other things. So before
me, let's keep it to an hour and a half.
Okay,
talking all night.
So, a lot of people, when the thing was like Vince is going to announce the biggest acquisition in SmackDown history.
Yep.
People throwing that shade. Well, I don't know if Roman Reigns is a big enough star to be in this position. It's because you fought against his push for so hard for so long. You do not want to admit WWE was right and you were fucking wrong. He is that bitch.
Because he causes all this conversation.
Like, even when they announced out of the blue, okay, next Monday Roman gonna be there. Ticket sales jumped. He goose ticket sales. Like, after that, you still talking shit, but you can keep it. You can continue, and we shall continue to celebrate
and stand.
What else? I'm seeing on Twitter. On Twitter, people are mad because it was like, I got tickets to Raw and I found out Roman on SmackDown. They like, I'm mad. I was like, I got these tickets for that.
Now, see, what I'm waiting on is metrics for SmackDown because they have shows and all this and that. I'm gonna be paying some attention. It's not just him; it's a team effort. But I have not been to a SmackDown show, and I was waiting. If I go to a wrestling event, it's gonna be a SmackDown show because ain't no point in showing up to the Raw show. Now, house show. And Roman ain't there? No, ma'am.
Like, I ain't like, every time SmackDown would come to Birmingham, my mom's like, SmackDown coming. I'm like, okay. And she was like, you don't want to go? I'm like, she was like, you don't want to go? I'm like, Roman ain't on that show. I want to go to a Raw. And when Raw came, I said, she was like, Raw's coming. I said, I know, I already got tickets.
Oh no.
She was like, you got tickets? I said, yeah, Roman's on that show. I'm going to see him and him only. Cause y'all saw my tweets. I was
Yes.
crying. I had the vest on. I had still got my pictures. Like I literally saw him backstage and I froze. I was like, and my mom couldn't believe it. I was like, you ain't go get a picture. I was like, look, you see that presence right there? That's intimidating. I said I never fangirled over somebody in my life. I ain't even have to touch him for him to make me cry. Just seeing him made me cry.
I
That's
can't.
how I
It,
said that's how much I love this man.
I was seriously thinking, I was like, you know what? Let me get a girls' night in, go to a Raw show. No, ma'am. I'm so glad I didn't buy them tickets this summer because he is not gonna be there. He's
Oh,
gonna be,
you would have been
oh
salty.
girl, I would have been like, can you buy this ticket back? And wait until this, cause SmackDown comes in my area during the winter, and I never go. Ha ha! Somebody in the Christmas gift this year, god damn.
I've went to 2 Raws and 1 SmackDown, 3 Raws and a SmackDown. Yeah, 3 Raws and a SmackDown. I will say this. I remember one of the Raws. It was Brooklyn. I was at Barclays Center, and that was the Raw right after Mark Henry had lost to John Cena, and I was salty about that. And the Shield literally came out for like 3 seconds just to beat him up. I was so salty because I was like, that was in the height of the Shield when they would be putting on like a 25-minute banger every Monday. And I was like, of course, the one Monday I come here, they're here for 3 minutes and they leave. Like, not even 3 full minutes. They were literally out there for 30 seconds. I was so mad. So from like then on, I was like, I'm not gonna go to like if I go to a show, I'm just going to go. I'm not gonna worry about who's on the show because it's just I'm gonna be heartbroken if they are supposed to be there and they're just not.
Girl, listen, I'm not going to no wrestling show, especially a WWE show that where I'm not 100% certain Roman Reigns gonna be in the building. It's gonna have to be a family emergency, and if I don't hear about it before the show, that's the only way I'm gonna be in there. Cause I hear about it before the show, I be like, you know what? Who want to buy a ticket real quick?
Oh no.
That it's the atmosphere is different, and I get to look at him in person, and I got to touch his hand once and look him in the eye another time when he licked his tongue out at me. Girl, I lied, but our whole section, he looked at all of us in our eyeballs, all of us women, and licked his tongue out like, yeah, yeah. He did something. He was facing Bray Wyatt, and he threw him into the barricade, and we was all like on the opposite side of the barricade. So he turned around and just like made us faint right quick. I was like, this nigga is. What are you doing, sir?
He said made us faint right quick.
Girl.
Right,
All them dudes looking like that ain't none shit. Yes, it is. Do it again. Stick your tongue out in. Right here. Let me.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, me too.
I'm hopeful. I think we all before WWE it all comes crashing down and it hurts inside. We are right.
Valid.
That's a good note to be on. So anything wrap ups or any topics to discuss?
No, I'm good.
Good shake up. We see a lot of potential. And we'll be back. Money in the Bank is the next pay-per-view. I think it's on the 10th of next month. So we'll be back that week before that.
Or unless anybody acts a fool.
Yeah. And we're trying to figure out how to get on other platforms here, ladies and gents. So you might be hearing from us in different ways soon. So look out for that. We're gonna do it differently. We're gonna plug our Twitters for any new people because we got 2 new subscribers tonight, by the way. Thank you for listening, everybody. Tune in. Thank you so very much. We appreciate y'all spending y'all time with us. You reach me on Twitter at the Witch Militia. And I am the supreme black witch goddess from hell. Don't you forget it. Okay, Tyler.
You can reach me at Cali Girl 201.
And Claudia.
You can reach me at Miss Claudine _Miss Claudine.
And
So, yeah.
thanks you. Another one in the books. See you next time.
Bye.
Deuces.
Bye.